Hi guys, welcome back. I'm so excited to teach this lesson today because it's one of my favorites, my absolute favorites. As soon as I start these videos, I look and I'm like, oh, what's up with my bangs? I get all excited. But in math, let's talk about math. I'm going to talk to you today about factors and about rules of divisibility. And guys, this deal with the factors, right? It's going to seem ridiculous the way I make you do it, but it is so important because when you hit algebra, it is so much easier if you know your factors in this manner. So when I'm saying factors, what am I talking about? Let's start with 12. I want to know everything that can be multiplied to make 12. So guys, what I want you to do is always start by writing your number like this and then underlining it. Then you're going to start with your easiest one, which is 1 times 12. I usually use a dot, sometimes I use an X, right? 1 times 12. Either way, doesn't matter. After 1 comes 2. 2 times 6 goes into to make 12, right? After 2 comes 3. 3 times 4, we know that makes 12. This is where you really need to know your multiplication table, guys. If you do not know your multiplication table, you will struggle with this, okay? So 2 times 6, 3 times 4, right? And after 3 comes 4. 4 is already on the board, so we are done. So the reason why I have you do this, because I'm sure in the past you've just done this, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12, right? You write it out like this. It's very easy to make a mistake on those, especially when we get into larger numbers like 24, 48, 96. So I want you to keep doing it in this order. So that's finding factors, okay? So for example, find the factors of 10. What two things multiply together to give us 10? We always start with our easiest one. 1 times 10. That's a factor. After 1 comes 2. 2 times 5 we know makes 10. After 2 comes 3. 3 doesn't go into 10. After 3 is 4. 4 doesn't go into 10. After 4 is 5. 5's already on the board, so we are done. All these 4 numbers are the ones that multiply to make 10. For example number 2, it says how many different whole numbers are factors of 12? Well, I started that one off, right? We know 1 times 12, and after 1 is 2. 2 times 6, and after 2 is 3. 3 times 4, we are done. So again, doing it in this method means that you don't skip numbers and you don't accidentally miss one. Okay, so that's basically finding the factors, right? Now, the next thing I want to talk to you about are rules of divisibility. How do we know? And actually, I talked to you guys about this in class, so I know my current class knows how to do this, but for future classes, I should probably go over it. So the rules of divisibility are that if a number is even, right, or if a number ends in an even number like 78, this is 8 is even, then it's divisible by 2, right? That's the basic rule there. Now, what my favorite one is, let's say I have 27. So we know if things are divisible by 2, right? We know, actually, before we get into 27, let's talk about 5. We know something is divisible by 5 if it ends in a 0 or a 5. 75, 20, 105, 95, those are all divisible by 5. 70, right? 30, because they end in a 5 or a 0. So now you know your 2s and your 5s. 10 is very similar. However, it is only things that end in a 0. Just like this. Okay? So only things that end in a 0 for 10. Now let's get back to 3. 27. Guys, what we have to do is just add these up. 2 plus 7 gives us 9. Does 3 go into 9? Then 3 is going to go into this number. Same with 9. Does 9 go into 9? Then 9 is going to go into this number as well. Okay? What about 15? 1 plus 5 equals 6. Does 3 go into 6? Yes. So 3 is going to go into this number. Does 9 go into 6? No. So 9 is not going to go into this number. So that's all it is for the rules of divisibility. Let's talk about 365. So what goes into, what I want you to do is 2, 3, 5, and 10. 2, 3, 5, and 10. And give yourself a little test here. If you think you know these, I want you to draw this table just like I've done. Make sure you're drawing it in your notes. And you're going to give yourself a test, okay? Give yourself a test. Well, we know that this one, so you can pause the video if you want and try those and see if you get it right. All right, so this guy is divisible by 5, right? I guess none of these are divisible by 10, right? So nope. Maybe I'll write no. I think that'll be it. No, no, and no. All right, so for 3, 6, 5. 5 and 5 is 10, so 5 and 6 is 11. 12, 13, 14. Does 3 go into 14? No, so it's not, this is not going to go in. 7, 8, 9. 9 plus 9, I'm adding all these up, right? So 9 plus 7 plus 1 plus 1 is going to be 18. 18. Does 3 go into 18? Yes. So 3 is also going to go into this. Does 9 go into 18? Yes. So 9 is also going to go into this. Now they're out of order. Sorry about that. Okay, so then 5 and 5 is 10. Plus 6 is 16, plus this is 17. Does 3 go into 17? No, so it's not going to go into this. Same with this guy here, okay? So this one was yes. Wait, let's try this one again. 5 and 5 is 10, plus 1 more is 11, 12, 13, 14. Does 9 go into 14? No, so 9's not going to go into that. Okay, so this is a no and a no because it doesn't end in a 5 or a 0. Over here, the only things that are even are this one. Right? Not even, so nope and no. All right, so let's take a look at some of these other ones. All right, so what I'll have you do is go ahead and pause the video, and on page 92, you'll see at the bottom the practice problems. Go ahead and do those. And if you have any questions about them, let me know, but go ahead and do them, come on back, and we'll make sure that we're doing it together. All right, so 14. I want you to list it out like this. We start with our easy one. 1 times 14. After 1 is 2. 2 times 7. After 2 is 3. 3 doesn't go into 14. 4, no. 5, no. 6, no. 7, yes, but it's already on the board, so we are done. 15. 1 times 15. We know that's a factor. 2, no. 3, yes. 3 times 5. After 3 is 4. 4, no. 5, yes, but it's on the board, so we are done. 16. 1 times 16. 2 times 8. 3, no. 4 times 4, which means we are done because it's repeating itself, okay? D. 17. This is why it's a good idea to know your prime numbers because, folks, 17 is prime. There is nothing else that we can multiply 17 by. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I'll be here all night, right? So you are good. All right, so for E through H, it's asking us how many factors do they have? Well, in order for us to answer that question, we have to list them all out. So E, we have 18. 1 times 18. After 1 is 2. 2 times 9. After 2 is 3 times 6. 4, no. 5, no. 6, yes, but it's already on the board, so we're done. Let's try F. 19. Oh, so the number of factors that this has? 6. Got to make sure we're answering the correct question. 19. We have 1 times 19. And guys, again, good idea to know your prime numbers up to 20 because this is a prime number. So the number of factors we have are 2. Just 1 and 2. All right, let's try G. 20. All right, so we've got 1 times 20. After 1 is 2. 2 times 10. After 2 is 3. No. 4, yes. 4 times 5. After 4 is 5. 5's already on the board, so we are done. Oh, so the numbers of factors here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. H. All right, for 21, we have 1 times 21. After 1 is 2. No, 2 doesn't go in because it's not even. After 2 is 3. And sure enough, 2 plus 1 is 3, and 3 goes into 3, so 3 is going to go into this. 3 times 7, right? After 3 is 4, no. 5, no. 6, no. 7, yes, but it's already on the board, so we're done. The number of factors, 4. All right, we're going to do the rules of divisibility to figure out how many, or what, this is I, 120. All right, so we're going to use the rules of divisibility for 2, 3, 5, 9, and 10. 2, 3, 5, 9, and 10. All right, so for 120, does 2 go into it? Yes, because this is an even number. Now for 3 and 9, we need to add these up. 1 plus 2 is 3 plus 0 is 3. Does 3 go into 3? Yeah. Yes, 3 go into 3. Then 3 is going to go into 120. Does 9 go into 3? No. So because it would have to be at least 9, right? So 9 is not going to go into this number. Now for 5 and 10, those are very similar rules. If it ends in a 0, it is 10. If it ends in a 0 and a 5, it's 5 and 10. This ends in a 0, so not only is it 5, but it is also 10. All right, for J, we are going to do 102. So straight away, we know that since this is even, 2 is going to go into there. 2 plus 1 is 3, so we know 3 is going to go into here, but 9 will not. 5 and 10, nope, it doesn't end in a 5 or a 0, so it's just 2 and 3. Hopefully that helps for you guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we'll go on from there. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.